How the hell did you manage that?
In all honesty, I have no idea.
And welcome back. So today we're going to work on the project of the workshop. I do have some other bits, say, for the trade up challenge and stuff, but for now I'm just going to focus up on doing a bit of workshop stuff, just because it's too cold to be out here for too long, and there is no heating in here. So what I'm going to do next is just take you through what I'm going to go through with the process, and yeah, well, I'll let you have a look at it and see what you guys think. So this is the project. So obviously this is the logo. I have here a clock piece that will go in the center of this, which will turn this into a clock. And then I have a lot of spark plugs that I'm going to set around it as the hands. And basically this board that I have here is what I'm going to try and make the clock out of. It'll be sprayed up, done, and then we'll hang it up on the wall over here. I also have this, which is a trusty whiteboard. I have a giant one in my room, but this one's just for the workshop, for any plans, ideas and stuff that I've got. So we've got all the stuff ready to go. I'm just going to crack on, get this cut, and there is a few bits like here that's damaged and stuff, so I obviously don't want that piece. So I'll have to kind of position where I need to be, and we'll go from there. But yeah, this is going to be a bit of a long project. I'm not going to film it all. I'm just getting it kind of done for you guys. But it's very cold, so bear with me. So it's taped on. I am probably going to cut that out and then redo the stencil part, because it's just a little bit out. So I need to line it up properly, but I'm going to line it up on the wood once it's cut out. I know I've got that area to do, so that's always a plus. Just going to try and nip over to the neighbours, see if I can borrow the jigsaw, because to get through that with a saw is going to take way too long, and I have no patience. So I'm going to borrow a power tool from the neighbour, and I'll be back and I'll get a video of me chopping into it. So for some reason, I completely forgot to press play on the cutting out part. So we now have something that's a bit more easy to work with, and basically mark out properly. I'm going to re-stencil this, redo it all so it's all fits perfectly, and then it's just a matter of putting all the bits together, cutting out the lines that I need to do, and going from there. So I'm going to keep the jigsaw, I'm going to make that work, and slightly steaming up. But it's so cold in here, so I'm going to go do this inside and get it all sorted. Okay. So I've hit a slight issue. Turns out the wood that I have is too thick. So there's the mechanism. And as you can see, I've got about 4 or 5 layers to take off. So hit a slight issue. So back to the drawing board. Yeah. So I've had a think, and thought process went this way. I already have wood. I need it thinner. How can I make it thinner? Luckily, the other day I actually bought a set of chisels. So I am going to try and split the plywood. Don't come for me in the comments. I have no idea what I'm doing. But rather than me going out and buying more wood, I've got this. If I make a mistake with this, the plus side as well is I have a lot more plywood to make a mess with. So I'm going to get to that. We're going to try and split the plywood. We're going to see how it goes, and fingers crossed I'll end up with a thinner piece of wood, and job's a good one. So we'll go from there. Okay, so as a tester run, I'm just going to try it on a piece of here. I have my big ass chisel, my tiny hammer. Okay. Kind of works. I don't know how it's going to work on the bigger piece or the piece that I'm actually going to be using. Do I go flat? Yeah, it's flattened in, and then rest will tap it out. Okay, yeah. Be back soon. Okay, so we'll give this one a try. I won't go too low, so if I make a mistake, I can always correct it. So we have a mild split there, so I'm guessing I'll just work with this. It is kind of working. I'm going to stop the video because this could take a long time, but I've got a feeling this may work. Although it is working, I did realise I was using the chisel the wrong way around. But it's a learning curve, you see. Now I know to not use it that way. We've learned something today. However, this is going to take a long time to get it to this height. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But I'm not going to carry on filming because this is going to be a very, 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 very long piece. And yeah, I don't want to bore you too much. So once this is done, I'll show you what I've done and we'll go from there. You can see we improvised and it worked out. I just need to kind of get a sander on this, bring it all to one level and just make it all smart. Yeah, there is holes. I'm guessing that's just because it's natural wood as well that's actually got holes in. And obviously they put the holes on the inside so you can't see them when you buy the wood. But we'll keep going with it. We'll keep working with it. I say we've got a nice side there anyway, so yeah, job's good. So that's done for the day. It's all glued on. Just basically getting it set. Didn't have anything to kind of like put it on properly, so that's the best I'm kind of going to get. Tomorrow I'm going to get up, crack on with the jigsaw, get that bit done, take off what I can. Then I'm going to try and probably coping saw it and see how that goes. But yeah, quite a bit to do tomorrow, but I should be able to get most of it smashed out tomorrow. So happy days. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so it is late, and well, I say late, it's like 5 o'clock. I just had a load of stuff to do today, so I've had to start doing this late. So I've cut a little bit of it out now, just finishing off the cuts, and then it's about cutting out the middle part, getting it all in one place. So I'm going to just do a bit of videoing. See, I do know how to use some power tool, kinda. So we'll just go over it. Wish me luck. I think that's all right, you know. Just gonna do a bit of touch up, and then I have to cut out the middle. We've cut the edges off that. I just need to do the middle bit. I'm gonna take these off because they're steaming up. So we've cut the middle bit, or we've got to cut the middle bit. I do need a coping saw for that. I could try and use the jigsaw, but it's tearing up my stencil. So the likelihood of me actually getting like clean cuts with that is not going to be there. So I'm going to have to just coping saw it and just hope for the best. So I'm going to drill a couple of holes in it, ready for the coping saw. It's too late to go over to the neighbours to ask for that. I have been waiting for it, but obviously Royal Mail's on strike, so it hasn't arrived yet. And I don't know whether it's going to be here before Christmas. So we're going to have to borrow it. But please mind my... We're there. We're kind of there. There's still quite a bit to do. But it's coming together nicely. So I'm happy. So this is where we're at. So I've got my centre point. I've got my pilot holes for my coping saw to go in. It's going to be a long one. Just cutting out everything to make sure it all goes. I am probably going to leave the T at the top joined and the bottom of the G joined. Just basically to even it out a little bit, just so it holds in place. Once that's done, I can then get the clock face in, and then I can add the spark plugs around the outside. We have hit a slight issue. Obviously, that is a lot thinner than my spark plugs. So I am going to have to come up with some kind of alternative method, whether or not I'm mounting it using the bolt on the back and then just sticking it in place and hoping that it holds. But there is a few little bits to do. But what I'll do is, because obviously I can't do anything until I have the coping saw, then that's it for tonight. I know it's a small small amount of work for one day, but it's all I can manage to get in until I've got the coping saw. So hopefully that'll be tomorrow, and yeah, we can finally kind of come to a sort of ending with it and get it into a shape that needs to be done. So fingers crossed that's all good, and I will see you tomorrow. Video continues. I'll get back with this. I have borrowed a coping saw, seeing as though mine's still lost with Royal Mail. Get this clamped to the bench, and we'll make a start with the coping saw part. Didn't mean to make that rhyme. After 5 minutes of finally getting it to kind of be where I need it to be, we're going to make a start. Yay! Not gonna lie, this is probably gonna take me quite a while to do, so I'm not gonna film the entire thing, but bear with me and I will have this done by the end of today. All being well. Yeah. So here we are. The coping saw is done. I could have probably tried to get more of this out. The only thing is, I am not that good with the coping saw, and obviously the thinner it got, the harder it kind of got to keep steady. So I think I am probably going to need some wood files, and I'm going to have to spend a long time filing it down to get it to be the right shape. If you fancy doing one of these projects, recommend having it like cut properly, like CNC cut or something, because doing it by hand is a nightmare. Or don't even make it out of wood. Get the right size plastic, the right size everything. This has turned out into a lot longer project than I was hoping it was going to be. A lot of waiting around and sorting, but I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. This has to be done, and it will be done. But yeah, that's where we're at now. The coping saw has been used, and I just need to do the wood file to get that out, and hopefully it'll be right. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's stressing me out a little bit. However, right here we have a whiteboard, which is easy enough because it's already built and I don't have to do much. I just have to put it on the wall, screw it in, and yeah, it's a quick win. It's a quick win, and I need a quick win right now. So I'll put that up, show you that, and then I'll get back to that. It was a quick win. It was a bit of a pain because it turns out that behind this wall isn't just plasterboard and brick. There is like holes and gaps and everything. However, we have it here. It's up, it's happy, it's underneath, well, it's above Doreen. The clock that we're building should, in theory, go there. So it's looking good. I'm happy with it. And now for a bit of cleanup, and then it's to the filing. Okay, so the problem with it was the coping saw was good, but the handle kept twisting. I am not a carpenter. I have no woodwork skills. So the neighbour has kindly lent me this beauty. Obviously, multi-tool, perfect for cutting stuff. At this point, I've kind of thought it's not going to be perfect, but that's okay because that's what this channel's about. This is also, I'm going to call it the Mark 1 clock. At some point I will improve on this, I will make it better, I will make it different, but for now I'm just going to have to go with it, see how it turns out, and fingers crossed that's all good. I'm not going to keep filming this because it's going to be dreadful and really boring and long, but that's where we're at. Once that's done, it's just going to be a matter of painting, getting it all fitted, and hopefully it working somehow. I have almost given up on this project because it's not going how I wanted it to go, but I'm going to carry on and we're going to see what we end up with in the end. So we'll see. You know what? The next video you see will be the big reveal of this clock, whether it's finished or broken. It'll be one of the two. Okay, so it didn't turn out too bad. I'm not going to show you because I'm going to do the big reveal. It's currently attached to a piece of wood being spray painted at the moment. So the colour wise, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just combining a few leftover cans that I had, using up a bit of spare paint, and we'll just have to see how it turns out. But I am looking forward to it. It does look okay. I mean, it's not great, I won't lie to you. It isn't great, but from what I started with to what I've got now, I'm kind of happy with it. So we'll just have to see how it all goes when I put it all together. But the next part will be the big reveal once it's all put together. So I hope you enjoy. Obviously, it's not perfect, like I said, but I'm actually quite happy with it. It was my first attempt. This, over the time of the channel, hopefully will be massively improved. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Hope you like the little trailer video, I'm guessing. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. So again, thank you all so much for watching, subscribing, commenting, liking. Everything you guys do make all of this worthwhile. So again, thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon. It is so cold in this garage, but don't worry, because spring's round the corner.